Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to continue with our Card and Dice retro replay of the 1965 World Series Game 4. Dodgers lead the series 2-1. They took Game 1 5-0 behind a complete game from Don Drysdale. And we have the Game 1 matchup once again, Drysdale versus Mudcat Grant. Dodgers took Game 2 7-4 in 13. And the Twins came back in a game that Claude Osteen was pitching beautifully in Game 3. He left, turned it over to the bullpen. He went from being up 3-0, and the Twins come back to win 9-3. So it's 2-1 Dodgers. Twins looking to even it here in L.A. Let's get to the starting lineups and roll some dice. We have a hellacious thunderstorm going on where I am located. So here we go. Sip of water. Game 4. Dodgers up 2-1. For the visiting Minnesota Twins, Zolio Varales will lead off and play shortstop. Getting his first start in this series, playing left field, is Sandy Valdespino. Tony Oliva's in right, and he'll bat third. Hammer and Harmon Killebrew will bat fourth at third base. Batting fifth in center field is Jimmy Hall. Batting sixth, playing first base, Don Mincher. Doing the catching, batting seventh, Earl Batty. Frank Quilici bats eighth and plays second base. And Mudcat Grant does the pitching and bats ninth. For the hometown Los Angeles Dodgers, Maury Wills will lead off and play shortstop. Jim Gilliam's at third. He'll bat second. In center field, Willie Davis, and he'll bat third. Ron Fairley's the cleanup hitter, and he's in right field. Lou Johnson bats fifth in left field. Wes Parker moves up a notch. Bats sixth at first base. Johnny Roseborough moves up a notch. He's doing the catching, batting seventh. And getting his first start at second base is Dick Trzeski. And he's practically an automatic out. Don Drysdale. I almost thought about, these are as-played lineups. I almost thought about putting Drysdale. So what the hell, put Drysdale eighth. He's a better hitter than Dick Trzeski. Don Drysdale bats ninth. He does the pitching. And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. Alrighty. So Don Drysdale was 23-12, 2.78 earned run average. He struck out 210. He did allow 30 gopher balls. Mudcat Grant for the Twins, 21-7, 3.30 earned run average. He gave up 34 gopher balls, struck out 142. Drysdale, in our retro replay, got the Game 1 victory. Complete game, shutout, 5-0. Mudcat Grant got the loss. He went 6 innings. It's a rematch of Game 1 starters. So Zolio Varales comes to the plate, 273, 19 homers, 12 triples, and 45 doubles. He was the MVP of the American League. Drysdale, he's ready. Here's the pitch to Zolio Varales from Don Drysdale. 4-7, and a 20. Line shot right at Wes Parker. 1 through 7 would have been a base hit. We rolled a 20. So Zolio Varales makes great contact, but he lines out to first. 1 down. That'll bring up Sandy Valdespino. He's had a couple of pinch hitting opportunities, but he gets his first start here in Game 4 in left field. Valdespino, 261, 1 homer, 2 triples, and 8 doubles. Drysdale looks in. Roseborough sets the target. The pitch to Valdespino. 4-7, and 4-7, 17. Another line shot at Wes Parker. 2 hard hit balls, 2 outs right at Wes Parker, the first baseman. So Drysdale leading a charmed life so far. Bobby Cantillano's here at the ballpark in LA. How you doing? Check out her Facebook page and YouTube channel. She put up a video of a rainbow. I'm wondering if there's a gator at the end of the rainbow. I'll have to check it out later. Here comes Tony Oliva. 321, 16 homers, 5 triples, and 40 doubles. Drysdale nods his head. The pitch to Oliva, 3-4. Will it close the door? 3-4. Boom goes the ball. Antonio Oliva will touch them all. Drysdale's charmed life just came to an end. The first two batters hit the ball quite hard, but they lined out to Wes Parker. Oliva drives this ball to right, deep, high, and gone. 1-0 Twins. Tony Oliva blast on the 3-4. A clean homer. So a home run for Oliva. And the Twins looking to tie the series, go up 1-0 here with 2 outs in the top of the first. Oliva greeted at the plate by Hammer and Harmon Killebrew. Killebrew had 25 homers, 269 batting average, 1 triple, 16 doubles. Drysdale looks in, a stern look. He rocks and deals to Harmon Killebrew. 4-5. 4-5. Ground ball slowly hit the second. Trzeski has it. He throws to Parker, and the side is retired. But the home run by Tony Oliva with 2 outs, the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead. The Twins take a 1-0 lead. As we go to the bottom of the first. Due up for the Dodgers, Maury Wills, Jim Gilliam, and Willie Davis to face Mudcat Grant. Maury Wills, 286, no homers, 7 triples, 14 doubles. Tremendous base stealer, AAA. Mudcat looks in. Batty sets a target. The pitch to Maury Wills. 1-10 to Maury Wills. 1-10. Popped up, second base. Quilici makes the catch, 1 away. Mudcat looking for revenge as he lost to Drysdale in Game 1 of the series. Here's Jim Gilliam, 280, 4 homers, 4 triples, 19 doubles. The windup and the pitch from Mudcat Grant. 4-8. 4-8. Another pop-up right side. Quilici going over. Minchner going over. Minchner calls for it, and he makes the catch. So Gilliam pops out to Minchner, the first baseman. Mudcat coming high and tight on the first 2 batters. That'll bring up Willie Davis, the center fielder for the Dodgers. 238, 10 homers, 3 triples, and 24 doubles. The pitch to Davis. 4-6. 4-6. Swing and a miss! 1-2-3. Go the Dodgers. We go to the top of the second. 1-0 Twins. As Bobby Cantillano tells me, as I was wondering if there's a gator at the end of the rainbow, she says, I'm guessing that's exactly what's at the end of the rainbow, so I'm not going to chase it. You are correct. Don't chase rainbows in Florida. There might be a gator there. Due up for the Twins in the top of the second. Jimmy Hall, Don Mincher, and Earl Batty to face Don Drysdale. 1-0 Twins thanks to the Tony Oliva homer in the top of the first. Jimmy Hall, 285, 20 homers, 4 triples, 25 doubles. Hall awaits the Drysdale offering, pitch homeward bound. 1-7. 1-7-9. That ball's going to find a gap. Right center field. Going to roll to the wall. And Jimmy Hall has himself a leadoff double. So the Twins' bats are still alive, as they came alive late in Game 3. And the gas is still cooking. So a double for Jimmy Hall. Hall's at second. No outs, and here's Don Mincher, 22 homers, 251 batting average, 3 triples, and 17 doubles. Mincher digs in, looking to grip and rip. Drysdale probably looking to jam him high and tight. He peeks over his shoulder. Now looks in at Johnny Roseboro. The pitch to Don Mincher. 6-4. Does it close the door? 6-4. Boom goes the ball! Minchner crushes his ball to left, and it is gone! That is a home run split, 1-14. We rolled a 4 and a 2-run blast by Minchner. 3-0 Twins. So Drysdale not living the charmed life like he did in Game 1. Ironically, I looked at the Game 1 stats, which really reflect what really happened in Game 4 when Drysdale goes the distance. And this is more what happened to Drysdale right now in Game 1 in reality. So 3-0, the home run ball has stung the Dodgers in these past 2 games. Remember, Allenson, who's not even starting in this game, hit 2 homers in Game 3 and knocked in 5. And the Dodgers pitching staff has just given up 2 homers now. So it's 3-0. Twins. Ball goes boom. Earl Batty now comes to the plate. A lot of euphoria in that Twins dugout. Here at the stadium, we have Todd B. and Larry Harris. How you doing, gentlemen? Thank you for joining us, along with Bobby Cantillano. Here's Earl Batty, 297, 6 home runs, 2 triples, and 22 doubles. No outs, 3-0. Top of the second, Twins. Drysdale, a very angry look on his face. Here's the pitch to Batty. 3-7. 3-7. Fly ball to left. Going back a bit, making the catch is Lou Johnson. And that's the first out here in the top of the second. 1 down, base is empty for the weak-hitting number 8 batter. Second baseman Frank Quilici, 208, no homers, 1 triple, 5 doubles. Drysdale deals quickly to Quilici. 6-2. 6-2, ground ball back to Drysdale. He'll throw to Parker, 2 away. And now here comes Mudcat Grant, the pitcher. Mano against Don Drysdale. The pitch to Mudcat. 6-8. 6-8. Fly ball, center field. Going back a bit, Davis. He waits for it. He makes the catch. The side is retired. But the Twins strike for 2 more on the 2-run homer by Don Mincher. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-0. Twins. Due up for the Dodgers, who now trail by 3. It'll be Fairley, Johnson, and Parker to face Mudcat Grant, who retired the Dodgers 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Here's Ron Fairley, the right fielder. 274, 9 home runs, 1 triple, 28 doubles. Twins trying to tie the series up. The windup and the pitch for Mudcat Grant. Fairley is dealt a 5-10. 5-10, and that's a double. That is a shot to center. And not being able to catch that is Hall. So a leadoff double on the 5-10 for Ron Fairley. That's what the Dodgers needed. So Fairley's at second, and here comes Lou Johnson. Johnson had 12 homers, batted .259, 1 triple, and 24 doubles in 65. Mudcat Grant nods his head. Beatty sets the target. The pitch to Lou Johnson. 3-10. 3-10. And that's a single! Racing around, and he's going to be waved around, and he will score from second base, Ron Fairley, as the 3-10 is a single with 2 stars. Wait a second. My faux pas. My faux pas. That's a 2-10. 3-10 is a ground ball to third. They look the runner back. Throw to first. 1 down. 3-10. Ground ball to third. My eyes played tricks on me. I went to the 2-10 column originally. So Johnson grounds out to Killebrew. Holding at second is Fairley. So there's 1 out. Fairley still at second. Again, that was a 3-10, not a 2. I looked at the 2-10 column initially. Here's Wes Parker, the first baseman. Parker, 8 home runs, 7 triples, 24 doubles, 238. Mudcat Grant peers in. The pitch to Parker. 3-2. Look at the right column, Al. 3-2 fly ball right field. Making the catch is Tony Oliva. Bluffing but not going is Ron Fairley. So there are 2 outs now. And here comes Johnny Roseboro. Dick Trzeski is on deck. Let's see how they'll pitch to Roseboro. Roseboro 233, 8 homers, no triples, and 10 doubles. Roseboro would go on to play for the Twins, I believe, on their division winner in 1969. The team would lose to Baltimore. I think he's on that division winner team. All right. The pitch to Johnny Roseboro from Mudcat Grant. 6-8. 6-8, fly ball to left. Valdespino makes the catch, and the side is retired. The leadoff double does not hurt. We're through 2, 3-0 Twins. Due up for the Twins in the top of the third is the top of the order. Varales, Valdespino, and Oliva. To face Don Drysdale, he's been touched for 2 homers. Zolio Varales lined out hard to first. The pitch to Zolio. 4-12. 4-12 ground ball, third base. Charging it is Parker. He'll toss to Drysdale, covering the bag. 1 down. 3-1 if you're scoring at home. Todd B says Mudcat Grant used to do Indians broadcast in the 70s. Cool. I did not know that. Here's Sandy Valdespino. He too lined out to Parker at first. Drysdale kicks and fires to Valdespino. 4-4. 4-4. Swing and a miss. Drysdale bearing down here. That's his first K. He struck out 9 in game 1, I do believe. And here's Tony Oliva. 2 outs, bases empty. Oliva hit a solo blast with 2 outs in the top of the first. Will he do it again? Drysdale pitches to Tony O. 1-5 to Oliva. 1-5 ground ball to second. Trzaskowski goes to Parker, and the side is retired. First time Drysdale and the Dodgers hold Minnesota scoreless. We go to the bottom of the third, still 3-0 Twins. Twins trail in the series 2-1. They're hoping to tie it up. Mudcat Grant goes back to the mound. He will face the bottom of the order, Trzaskowski, Drysdale, and then the top of the order, Maury Wills. Dick Trzaskowski, 215, 1 home run, no triples, and 6 doubles. Grant deals to Trzaskowski. 6-8. 6-8. Fly ball to left, coming in on it, and making the catch is Valdespino, 1 away. That will bring up Don Drysdale, who's a fairly good hitting pitcher. He uses the pitcher's hitting card number 4. He has 1 has some hits on there. A double on it's a split double or a single on a 2. A 3 is a double or a single, a split. And then 4 and 5 are singles. And then the 3 has 9, 10, 12, 11, and 12. He gets on 3 singles and a walk. And then 8 is a split single, so that's a pretty decent hitting card. Here's Drysdale. He shut out the Twins in game 1. Grant deals to his counterpart, Don Drysdale. 2-5. 2-5, ground ball to second. Quilici to Mincher. 2 down. Top of the order, Maury Wills. Dodgers trail 3-0. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Maury Wills popped out to second. Grant nods his head. The pitch to Maury Wills. 2-12. 2-12. Ground ball to short. Varales to Mincher. Side is retired. Mudcat Grant befuddling the Dodgers batters. We threw 3. 3-0 Twins. We go to the top of the fourth. Due up for the Twins, Killebrew, Hall, and Mincher. Harmon Killebrew grounded to second his first time up. Drysdale looking for another clean inning. He gave up a home run in the first, a solo blast by Oliva, and then a 2-run blast in the second by Mincher. 3-0 Twins. The pitch to Killebrew. 6-7. 6-7. Swing and a miss. He powers the fastball past Hammer and Harmon Killebrew. 1 down in the top of the 4th. Second strikeout for Drysdale. Here comes Jimmy Hall. He doubled. He scored on the 2-run homer by Mincher. Roseboro wiggles the fingers. Drysdale nods his head. The pitch to Jimmy Hall. 5-9. 5-9. Popped up. Outfield grass. Second baseman calling for it. Strzezinski. He makes the catch. 2 away. 5-9. Pop out to second. So 2 outs. Base is empty. And here comes the man who crushed the 2-run homer on the Drysdale fastball, Don Mincher. Drysdale rocks and fires to Mincher. 1-8. 1-8. Ground ball to first. Parker has it. He waves off Drysdale, steps on the bag, and 1-2-3 go the Twins. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still 3-0. Minnesota due up for the Dodgers. Gilliam, Davis, and Fairley. If anyone gets on, Lou Johnson. Mudcat Grant back up on the bump. 3-run lead. Gilliam popped out to first his first time up. Batty sets a target. The pitch to Jim Gilliam. 1-4. 1-4. Another pop up. This time he'll pop out to the second baseman, Quilici. 1 down. I'll bring up the center fielder, Willie Davis. Davis was a strikeout victim in the bottom of the 1st. Mudcat Grant fires homeward bound to Willie Davis. 3-6. 3-6. Ground ball to third. Up with it is Gilliam. He fires to, up with it is Killebrew. He fires to Mincher. 2 down. So 2 outs, base is empty for Ron Fairley, the right fielder. He doubled but was stranded at second as the Dodgers went 1-2-3 after the double in the bottom of the 2nd. 3-0 Twins. Fairley awaits the Mudcat Grant offering. Here's the pitch. Mudcat deals Fairley a 2-10. 2-10. Pop up right side. Quilici calling for it, and the side is retired. We go to the top of the 5th, and it's still 3-0 Twins. Looking to even the series. They lost the first 2 in Minnesota. They took the first one here in L.A. Drysdale back out on the mound. If you're just joining us, he gave up a solo blast in the top of the 1st to Oliva, then a 2-run homer in the top of the 2nd. To Don Mincher. He'll face Batty, Quilici, and Mudcat Grant. Earl Batty flew out to left. The pitch to Batty. 2-6. 2-6, and that's a single to center. So Batty's now 1 for 2. So Batty's at first. Here comes Quilici. Can't punch his way out of a paper bag. Quilici will square to bunt. We're playing basics, so there's no bunt rating. We need a 2 through 8, and that's a 5. That should be a good bunt. We go to the sacrifice chart. 4 and 5 batters thrown out by the pitcher, so Drysdale fields it. He'll throw to first, and covering on the wheel play is Strzezinski. Advancing to second is Batty, so a good sack bunt by Quilici. And that goes 1-4 as the second baseman, Strzezinski, was covering as Parker was charging. So Batty, not a good base runner at all, 1 through 8. East Steeler will not be held on. Here comes Mudcat Grant. Can he help his own cause? He flew out to center. The pitch to Mudcat. 4-12. 4-12. Ground ball to first. Ground ball C. So advancing to third will be Batty. As Mudcat grounds out Parker tosses to Drysdale covering the bag, so that goes 3-1. So with two outs now, top of the order, Batty's at third. And here comes Zolio Varales, the MVP of the American League in 1965. He's 0 for 2 today. He's lined out and ground out. Drysdale. Deep breath, arms down to his chest. The violent windup and the pitch is Zolio Varales. 3-3, what will it be? We shall see. 3-3, deep fly ball to left. Johnson going back at the track, reaches up, he makes the catch, and the side is retired. Batty's stranded at third. Bottom of the fifth, still 3-0, Twins. Due up for the Dodgers. They need to get their bats going. Not a potent offensive lineup, that's for sure, in 1965. Johnson, Parker, and Roseboro to face Mudcat Grant. Mudcat has only given up one hit, the double, to Ron Fairley. Bottom of the fifth. The pitch to Lou Johnson from Mudcat. 4-10. 4-10. Fly ball center field. And it's a defense check. That's Jimmy Hall. He's a 2, and we rolled a 1. That's going to get in there, I think. We rolled a 1 on the 20-sided die. So a 2. He's a defensive rating of a 2 and a 1. No! He makes the diving catch! Wow, a 2 and a 1 is an out 4. So on the sinking line drive, Hall makes the diving catch, robbing Lou Johnson of a single. And if a ball gets by him, possible extra bases. 2-1, yep, that's an out. So a great play by Hall. One away. Now bring up Wes Parker, the first baseman. He flew out to right. Mudcat Grant looks in, nods his head. Beatty sets a target. The pitch to Parker. 2-4, 2-4, and that's a walk. Parker battles him. He draws a walk. Dodgers need base runners. Right now, the tying run is on deck. So here's Johnny Roseboro. Parker's at first, 1 out. The weak-hitting Dick Trzeski on deck. He could be pinch hit for. Twins open to turn 2. Here's the pitch to Johnny Roseboro. Dodgers trail by 3. 3-0. And that's a 4-3. What will it be? We shall see. 4-3 ground ball to first. And Don Minchner, defense check. Minchner is a 3 defender. We rolled a 13. Oh boy, that might be unlucky for Minchner. 13. Out. With no runners on, 4. If no runners or forced runners hold. With one or more runners, forced batters safe, they don't turn 2. So they get the runner at second. So Wes Parker is forced out. And reaching on the fielder's choice is Johnny Roseboro. Parker's out. Fielder's choice 3-6. They couldn't turn 2. A good hard slide by Parker breaks that up. And here's Dick Trzeski. They did not use any pinch hitters in the game. They did use Joe Kennedy as a pinch runner. He came into play third. And Drysdale went the distance, so I'm pretty much at my own liberty. I'm not going to pinch hit Joe Kennedy for Dick Trzeski because he's actually probably a weaker hitter. But we do have Jim Lefevre on the bench. So let's take a look. Lefevre. And if we bring in Lefevre, he would obviously hit and stay into play second. Yeah, 171, John Kennedy. I don't think so. I think the president, God rest his soul, hit better than that. Jimmy Lefevre has grabbed a bat. Dodgers down 3-0. Lefevre's off day for some reason. I don't know if he was hurt in reality. But in our game, he's available. So Dick Tracewski only gets 1 at-bat. Welcome to Little League, son. And here comes Jim Lefevre. Lefevre batted .250, 12 homers, 4 triples, and 21 doubles. Dodgers down 3, up 2 games to 1. Twins trying to tie it to a piece in the series. Second base, and he's a 3 defender. And he is a D stealer and 1 through 12. So Tracewski's day is done. Good riddance to Dick Tracewski. Amish Elvis is here at the ballpark. Hope all is well. Good evening, Mudcat Al. Good evening. He says, good evening to Bobby, the Gator Huntress. I like that, the Gator Huntress. So here's Jimmy Lefevre, 2 outs. Roseboro is at first. He reached on the fielder's choice when Parker broke up the double play ball. Mudcat Grant has a word with Batty. Batty back behind the plate now. Squats down, sets the target. The pitch to Jim Lefevre, 2 outs. Johnny Roseboro will be off on contact. A 2-3. What will it be? We shall see. 2-3. Hard hit ball to short. Zolio Varales is up with it. He fires to Minchner, and the side is retired. Lefevre made good contact. Zolio Varales went to his left. Beautiful backhand. Strong throw to first. We're through 5. 3-0 Twins. Looking good for the Twins to tie the series up at 2 after dropping the first 2 games in Minnesota. They're looking to do the same to the Dodgers here in L.A. Drysdale back up on the bump. He will face, in the top of the 6th, Sandy Valdespino, Tony Oliva, and Harmon Killebrew. Valdespino 0 for 2. He's lined out to first and struck out. Drysdale struck out 2. He's given up a solo blast in the first to Oliva and a 2-run shot to Minchner in the second. The pitch to Sandy Oh, no, the white die jumped. The pitch to Sandy Valdespino. 5-3. What will it be? We shall see. 5-3. Ground ball back to Drysdale. He's a 2 defender, and that's an 8. So a 2 and an 18, excuse me. An 18, not an 8. A 2 and an 18. He snares it. Throws to first. 1 down. That ball was headed for center field. But then Drysdale said none shall pass. 1-3 if you're scoring at home. As Valdespino grounds out. Here comes Tony Oliva, a home run and a ground out. Got things started for the Twins in the top of the first. The pitch to Tony O. Drysdale deals Oliva a 1-12. And that ball's popped up sky high. Parker calling for it at first. He waits. He makes the catch. 2 away. We're not playing with injuries. And 2 outs. Base is empty for the cleanup hitter. Hammering Harmon Killebrew. 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout. Drysdale looks in. Roseboro sets the target. The pitch to Harmon Killebrew. 4-8. 4-8. Ground ball to second base, and Jimmy Lefevre, who's in after he pinch hit for Tracewski. He's a 3 defender, and that is a 9. Again, 4-8. Ground ball second. 3-9. 3-9. He comes up with it. He throws to Parker. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Twins. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 3-0 Minnesota. Mudcat Grant has only given up that 1 double and only 2 base runners. Parker had a walk. He has baffled the Dodger bats. Due up is Don Drysdale, and seeing that we don't have anyone really better on the bench, Drysdale will hit. Followed by the top of the order, Maury Wills and Jim Gilliam. Drysdale grounded to second. The pitch from Grant to his counterpart, Don Drysdale. 5-9. 5-9. And Drysdale gets a hold of one. That's going to be deep. Deep to center. And it's off the wall. That's going to be a leadoff double for Don Drysdale. He just missed a homer by 2 feet. 1 through 6 would have been a triple, but it was fielded cleanly off the wall by Jimmy Hall. But Drysdale cruises into second as he's trying to rev up the Dodgers. Only the second hit Mudcat Grant has given up, both doubles. The other base runner was the Parker walk. Drysdale, poor runner. He will not be held down. Here's Maury Wills. No outs. 3-0. Bottom of the 6th. The Twins are up, but Drysdale's just led off with a double. Maury Wills is 0 for 2. He's popped out to second and grounded to short. Mudcat pays no heed to Drysdale at second. Full concentration on Maury Wills. He rocks and fires. 5-8 to Maury Wills. 5-8. Maury Wills lifts that ball high and deep. Racing back and left is Valdespino. He looks up. It's gone! Maury Wills has just hit a 2-run homer. 1 through 17's a home run. As that just gets out, it's a 16. And the Dodgers are back in this game. A home run by Maury Wills off Mudcat Grant. So he laid him a fat one, boy, because Maury Wills did not have a home run in 1965. As that just cleared the wall. It must have been a wind current. But unbelievable, the light-hitting Maury Wills has pulled the Dodgers to within 1. All runs scored in this game have been via the gopher ball. That is huge. As Drysdale is an extremely happy camper now, though they still trail by 1. Again, 5-8. 5-8. Home run 1 through 17. 16 just clears the wall. And it's 3-2. Twins start to get some bullpen work. Al Worthington gets up in the pen. He really pitched in game 4. And that'll bring up Jim Gilliam. No outs for the Dodger third baseman. He's popped out twice. Once the first, once the second. We have a whole new ball game here, folks. Hello, Tenacious Strat. How you doing? Hope all is well. That's a pretty cool project he has on Tabletop Sports. You have to win. It's a King of the Hill, and you have to win 5 in a row. So, say if the Phillies won, then they have to win 4 more, and if they win 4 more, they win the King of the Hill tournament. And so check that out. He just had a video up the other day. I just listened to a little bit of it before I went to bed. I'm going to check that out. So I don't want to spoil anything. And I would suggest just go check out how many games he's put up on the channel there at Tabletop. Alrighty. Mudcat Grant deals to Jim Gilliam. 3-2 ball game. Thanks to the home run by Maury Wills. 6-7 off the Grant card. 6-7. Popped up for a third time is Gilliam. And this time he's sharing the wealth. He pops out to the third baseman. So 1 down. So that's a 5, not a 3, Al. So there's 1 away. Base is empty for the center fielder for the Dodgers, Willie Davis. He's struck out and grounded to third. Grant deals quickly to Davis, trying to get in his groove again. 3-11. 3-11. Ground ball to first. Underhand toss to Grant, covering the bag. 2 away. Scoring at home 3-1. As Minchner tossed to Mudcat. So 2 outs, base is empty. For the right fielder, Ron Fairley, he's doubled and popped out to second. All of the base hits given up by Mudcat Grant are extra bases. Double home run. 3-2 Twins. Mudcat Grant with a slim 1-run lead. He rocks and fires to Ron Fairley. 1-7, 1-7, and a single to right by Fairley. Inning stays alive. Fairley's now 2 for 3. He needs a triple and a home run for this cycle. He's the tying run at first. 1 through 12 base runner, below average. And here comes Lou Johnson. 2 outs. They're going to hold him on. So he'll only get a +1. So it'll be 1 through 13. Johnson grounded to third, then was robbed on a sinking line drive. A great catch by the Twins outfielder, Jimmy Hall. Johnson pinwheels the bat. He awaits the Mudcat Grant offering. Here's a pitch homeward bound. 1-6. 1-6. Popped up. Oh, he had a fat pitch to hit. He got over anxious. He pops it up sky high. Quilici waving his arms frantically, waiting for the ball to come down. It brings out number 3 and no rain. But the Dodgers strike for 2 on a wind gust and a ball hit up in the air by Maury Wills, a 2-run homer that just cleared the wall and left. It's 3-2 as we go to the top of the 7th. Twins. Johnson popped out to Quilici. Dodgers back in this ball game. Drysdale got things started off. He's back up on the bump. He doubled to start off the 2-run uprising. But now he's got to get it done on the mound in the top of the 7th. He will face Jimmy Hall, Don Mincher, and Earl Batty. Todd B says, wish my games would be this close. Recently all one-sided. Sometimes you get lucky this way, Todd. The pitch to Jimmy Hall from Drysdale. 6-7. 6-7. Swing and a miss! Drysdale strikes out Jimmy Hall. That's his 3rd K. Drysdale struck out 9 in Game 1. Drysdale in a groove now. Here comes Don Minchner. He had a 2-run blast off Drysdale in the top of the 2nd. And that is what's giving the Twins that 1-run lead. Drysdale nods his head. Roseboro sets a target. The pitch. Oh boy, the red die jumped. God damn it. We have dice delay! And I don't want to roll the 2 big dice because I hate those freaking dice. So we're going to take a quick look on dice delay as we play the Jeopardy theme. Down. Oh, I found it. Jeopardy theme we need not. So we're only going to roll this 1 die. There we go. So it's a 3-7. 3-7. Off the Minchner card. 3-7. Line shot right at Parker. Parker's been busy there at... It's like the hot first base corner there today. So he lines out to his counterpart, Wes Parker. So there's 2 down now. And here's the catcher, Earl Batty. Batty has flown to left and singled. He was stranded at 3rd in the top of the 5th. Batty had 6 home runs with a .297 batting average. Drysdale nods his head quickly. The windup and the pitch to Earl Batty. 5-7. 5-7. Swing and a miss. Drysdale strikes out 2. And the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Drysdale and the Dodgers are pumped up. They trail, though, 3-2. Mudcat Grant. Seventh inning. And as we witness, he gave up 34 home runs, and he gave up a home run to Maury Wills, who doesn't have a home run on his card, but it went off the Mudcat Grant card. So let's go to Al Worthington. He did really pitch. 2-1-4. Al Worthington's coming in the game, folks. Let's see where Mudcat... Do we want to do a double switch? No, because we don't have anyone good on the bench. Oh, wait. we would have to take Batty out. And Zimmerman would have to come in. It's actually the same defensively, but a horrible hitter. No double switch. I'd rather keep Batty. The defense is the same, and I'd rather keep his bat in the lineup. And we have a 1-run lead. Or the Twins have a 1-run lead. So Al Worthington, who actually did come in the game, is coming in. And then after that, it's my own volition. So Al Worthington. So Mudcat Grant can only win it. He can't lose it. He went 6 innings. He only gave up 3 hits, but they were all extra base hits. 2 doubles, the 2-run homer by Maury Wills, and then the walk to Parker. He struck out 1. And here comes Al Worthington. Al Worthington, pitcher's hitter's card 1. That's why I like the DH. 1. Okay. Gotta take. Mudcat was a pretty good hitting pitcher. 1 is a horrible card. Put that in. And put that like that. And the accounting aspect is over. Now back to the ball game. Due up for the Dodgers, trailing by 1, Parker, Roseboro, and Jim Lefevre. Don Drysdale, if anyone gets on, and he will hit for himself. Wes Parker is 0 for 1. He's flown to right and walked. Al Worthington, 10-7, ERA 2.14. He only gave up 4 gopher balls, struck out 59, walked 41 in 80 innings. The pitch to Parker from Al Worthington. 3-7 to Parker. 3-7, and Parker draws his second walk. Good eye. Fouled off a few. He battled Worthington. The tying run is at first base in Parker. Parker, 1 through 17 runner, so they will hold him on. B stealer, though he's not stealing. And here comes Johnny Roseboro, followed by Jim Lefevre. Roseboro's going to square. Remember, we need a 2 through 8. Here's the bunt. It's a good one. That's a 3. A 3. Roseboro's going to beat it out. A bunt base hit for Johnny Roseboro. He dropped down a beautiful drag bunt. Advancing to second is Parker. He's the tying run now in scoring position. And Johnny Roseboro is at first. A bunt hit. So first and second, no outs. And here comes Jimmy Lefevre. Lefevre. Grounded to short his first time up. On deck is Don Drysdale. Will they sacrifice and let Drysdale swing away? Lefevre had 12 homers. He gets the green light. Worthington has to bear down here. 3-2 Twins. The pitch to Jimmy Lefevre. 6-8. 6-8. Fly ball to left field. Going back towards the line, making the catch is Valdespino. 1 down. As that was a fly ball B. Runner on third would have scored, but there are no runners on third. All other runners hold. So a double play ball will get them out of the inning. The Dodger manager will let... Oh, crap. I pulled the wrong card out. Don Drysdale's a 4. I put the wrong card. Okay. I had put the... I think Mudcat was a 2. So actually, that card's fine. We just have to flip it. I put the wrong card in on the wrong team. So Drysdale's a 4. Again, The 1, you got some hits 2 through 5. And on the 3, he gets on base possibly 8 through 12. So he has some ability there. Let's just flip this card to a 1 for Worthington. All right. Now the accounting aspect is truly done. Don Drysdale. Let's, for ha-ha's sake, look at our crappy bench. The only guy who could hit. And again, Kennedy came in as a pinch runner. He's not pinch hitting. I don't give a shit if he really came in the game. He freaking is horrible. Jeff Torborg hit 240. I'm just looking at his card here. He has a home run 1 through 7 on the 3. So that's what I think you would call a skinny split, correct? Then again, if do we go Torborg? That's the only person we pinch hit for. Bring in is Torborg. Wally Moon, 202. Kennedy, 1, like I said, 171. How that man stayed in the league as long as he did is beyond me. He's a fairly good utility defender. I would take it. Do we go to Torborg and then to the bullpen, which got torched in Game 3? They got lit up by the Twins. We're feeling the Don Drysdale magic. Drysdale is going to hit for himself. First and second, Drysdale will hit for himself. Red die slips out of my hand. Tying runs at second in a speedy Wes Parker. Go-ahead run at first in Roseboro, who is slow. Well, he's average, actually, 1 through 13. And then Drysdale, who 1 for 2. He's grounded out and doubled, scored on the 2-run homer by Maury Wills. Will face his now nemesis on the mound, Al Worthington. Here's the pitch to Don Drysdale. Will he help the cause? 3-10! 3-10! He walks! Drysdale walks. 3-10. A 9 or an 11-12. Those are singles, but he walks. The bases are juiced. Worthington pitched way too carefully to Drysdale. Advancing to third is Parker. To second, Roseboro. So Don Drysdale fouls off a few pitches, battles Al Worthington to a walk. Infield will move. Double play, though, gets him out of the inning. They'll play for the double play. They'll play for the Maury Wills, though. I don't think that comes into play, though. Let's look on his card. B, A. Lots of B's. A. Yeah, he's got some double play balls. They're going to play for 2. They're not going to bring the infield in. Here's Maury Wills. He had a 2-run homer off Mudcat Grant. Twins clinging barely to that 1-run lead. 3-2. Bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Bases juiced with Dodgers. The pitch from Al Worthington to Maury Wills. 5-10. 5-10. Ground ball to third. Oh boy, that's Killebrew. And he is not a bueno defender. He's a 4, and that's an 18. I don't think this is a double play ball. We'll see. 4. 18. It's an out, but let's see, it's a 4. If no runners are forced, runners hold. With 1 or more runners forced, batter is safe. So they get the runner at the plate. So Killebrew comes home. Batty steps on the plate like a first baseman. And there are 2 down. So Worthington comes up huge there. Wills reaches on the fielder's choice. As that goes 5-2. Parker's retired at the plate. Bases are still loaded. So Wills is out. And here comes Jim Gilliam. Advancing to third is Roseboro. To second is Drysdale. And at first is Maury Wills. Here comes Jim Gilliam, the third baseman. He's had pop-up palooza. He's popped to first, popped to second, popped to third. He wants to pop one out of the ballpark. He did have 4 home runs. 4-3. Worthington beat his sweat down his brow. Takes a deep breath. The windup and the pitch of Jim Gilliam. 3-8. He walks! He walks! Oh boy, Worthington has just walked in the game-tying run. It's 3-3. Worthington having issues with his control. Let's double check. 3-8. That's a walk, and we have a tie ball game. So that's a ribby for Gilliam. Drysdale advances to third. Maury Wills to second. Base is still juiced. Parker's out. Roseboro scores on the walk. Out. Drysdale's at third. Wills is at first. Gilliam. Wills at second. Gilliam's at first. Here comes Willie Davis, 2 down. And the Twins start to get some bullpen action up. Frantically throwing. They were already soft tossing. Willie Davis is center field. We got a 3-3 ball game, folks. Willie Davis is 0 for 3, a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Go-ahead run 90 feet away in Don Drysdale. The pitch from Worthington to Willie Davis. 4-9. 4-9. He walks him again. Holy cow. 4-9. There's the go-ahead run, and that's it for Al Worthington, who will be hung in effigy in Minnesota. As Don Drysdale crosses the plate, back-to-back walks to Gilliam and Willie Davis. And the Dodgers take a 4-3 lead. And Wills is at third now. And the Red Sox did something horrendous because my dad is none too happy with the television. I can hear him. I will not repeat what he is saying. But it's pretty funny. And here comes Ron Fairley. And there goes Al Worthington. So Worthington is on the hook for the loss. Let's see who we're going to bring in. John Clipstein, the winner of Game 3 out of the pen. Can he give them an inning? He pitched 6 out of the pen. Jim Merritt. Boswell. Ugh, not going to bring him in. Jim Perry. Jim Perry is... Did he pitch? I don't think he started a game in this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I looked it up. I'm pretty sure. And if he did, oh well. Jim Perry's going to come in. You know what? Let's just go Clipstein. I know Clipstein didn't. Clipstein, who pitched marvelous 6 innings yesterday, or Game 3, says he's good. Says he's good. And Clipstein's going to come in. I don't think Jim Perry started a game in the World Series, but I'm pretty sure I looked that up, but I don't want to make a mistake. Plus, Clipstein, imagine if he can somehow hold it and they come back and win, he gets another win. That would be a story. So they go now. So Worthington, he doesn't even get out of an inning. He only pitched 2/3 of an inning here as we're in the bottom of the 7th. So he pitched 2/3 and was god-awful. All right, so Here comes John Klipstein. He won game 3 out of the pen. 6 strong innings. Didn't give up a run. Try to get this final out here in the bottom of the 7th. Base is still juiced. So Al Worthington goes 2/3 and he stunk. He walked 3. Walked in the tying run and the go-ahead run. Bases are loaded. And Klipstein will now face Ron Fairley. Fairley, the right fielder, looking to blow it open here with 2 outs, has doubled, popped out to second and single. Klipstein has a word with Batty. Batty back behind the plate. Batty pounds the mitt, sets the target. The pitcher, Ron Fairley, no place to put Ron. 2-5. 2-5, and that's a walk. Holy cow, has the Twins pitching shit itself. Pardon my language, but it has. 3rd consecutive walk with the bases loaded. Wow. And scoring from 3rd is Maury Wills. It's now a 5-3 ball game as the Twins pitching has imploded. Gilliam goes to 3rd. Davis goes to 2nd. At first, with the base on balls, picking up the RBI is Fairley. Can we roll another walk? Here comes Lou Johnson. Beatty imploring Klipstein to throw strikes. He rocks and deals to Lou Johnson. 6-8. I shit you not. That's another walk. Holy cow. Another walk. Trotting in from 3rd is Gilliam. Dodger fans are having a good old time for what was a disaster is now a laugh Olympics, as the Bad News Bears theme is being played at the stadium. Davis goes to 3rd. Fairley goes to 2nd. Johnson picks up a ribby on another walk. The Minnesota Twins pitching has just really starting to put nails in the coffins here, folks. Dodgers now look that they're going to go up 3-1 when it looked like the Twins were going to tie the series. Can Al Red Sox fan roll another walk? And guess they've batted around. So now Wes Parker comes to the plate. And Parker led off the inning with a walk, but was forced out at the plate when the Twins were still up 3-2. My, how the times have changed. Times are changing, as Bob Dylan said. Or some crap like that. All right, so now this is the 7th. That'll be the 8th, and this will be the 9th. As we continue the 7th in the next column. Here's the pitch to Parker. Bases juiced, 2 outs. 1-3. Ground ball to short. Zolio Varela up with it. He fires to first. And the pitching inning of misery is over for the Twins. But they give up 4 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4. They now trail 6-3. So Parker led off the inning, and he ends the inning. And the Twins are silent in their dugout. And it wasn't even done with a lot of hits, just poor pitching does the Twins in. As we go to the top of the 8th, it's now the Dodgers up 6-3. And Drysdale looking for his 2nd win. He will face Quilici, a pinch hitter for Klipstein. And then Zolio Varela. Oh, boy, Quilici can't hit his way out of a paper bag. I want to save Allenson in case we get someone on. He has He knocked in 5 in game 3. Looking to see if anyone's a 4. Ooh, Jim Cott's a 4 as a hitter. Jim Cott is a 4. That's like the same as a Drysdale card. Dave Boswell's a 4 too. We're going to go with Dave Boswell to pinch hit. Imagine that. I'm using a pitcher to pinch hit. Rich Rollins. Oh, no. Rich Rollins is 249. Allison's 233. Actually, Rich Rollins, because he'll play second. Horrible defender. Or when it comes to range. So Rich Rollins will pinch hit for Quilici. And then we're looking at Allinson to pinch hit for the pitcher. See if he has still some of that magic in that bat that they found. So Quilici's day is done. Put him over here. And here comes Rich Rollins. We'll pinch hit for Quilici and stay in to play second base. So Rich Rollins. D Steeler 1 through 12. Second base. And he's a 4. Allinson looks to be grabbing a bat in the dugout. Don Drysdale back up on the bump. As we go to the top of the 8th. 6-3 Dodgers in what was a horrific bottom of the 7th when it came to pitching for the Twins. The Dog Show is here in LA along with Tabletop Sports Delaware. Thank you for joining us. Check out those wonderful channels. As the Dog Show says, I was at the 17-walk game. Yeah, that was the 1960 Red Sox on Out of the Ballpark. Yeah, that was god-awful. All right. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. All right, here's Rich Rollins, a pinch hit. Twins down 3 now, 6-3. Drysdale deals to Rich Rollins, 4-9. 4-9. Fly ball, shallow right, coming in and making the catch is Fairley. And that's 1 down, so Rollins flies out to Fairley. Dodger fans are loving it now. And pinch hitting for the pitcher will be Bob Allinson. Actually, you know what? Yes, Bob Allinson will pinch hit. So it's going to be Bob. Allinson had 2 home runs in Game 3 and drove in 5. Pinch hit. So Bob Allinson pinch hits here in the top of the 8th with 1 out. Drysdale deals quickly to Allinson. 5-2. How do you do? 5-2. Ground ball. Hit to first. Parker backhands it. Tosses to Drysdale, who steps on the bag. 2 away. Dodgers now 4 outs away from taking a 3-1 lead. In the series, the Twins looked like they were going to tie it up. So we'll have to have a new pitcher. Clipstein's out. And here's Zolio Varales, the MVP of the American League, is 0 for 3 in Game 4. The pitch to Zolio. Oli, oh. A 1-4. Will Drysdale close the door? 1-4. Line shot to the leaping Maury Wills at short, and the side is retired. Drysdale tips his cap to his shortstop, and the Dodgers come off the field, still holding a 3-run lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 6-3 Dodgers, and we need a new pitcher for the Twins. Very deflated Twins team right now. It's going to be Jim Perry. I'm positive. I'm positive he did not start any of these final games. Brother of Gaylord. So Clipstein pitched a third after pitching 6 innings out of the pen to get the win. 6 shutout innings. He did walk in an inherited runner. And here comes Jim Perry. Jim Perry pitched out of the pen and started. 12-7, 2.63 earned run average. He struck out 88, walking 47, gave up 18 home runs. And he'll face Johnny Roseboro, Jim Lefevre, and Don Drysdale. Drysdale now in line for his second win. Here's the pitcher, Johnny Roseboro from Jim Perry. 4-5. 4-5 ground ball. Slowly hit the second. Rollins has it. He throws to Minchner. And that's 1 down. And Perry is a 2-hitter. So Allenson's day is done. Perry's a 2. So that goes like that. Zolio Varales lined out. Roseboro grounds out. Here comes Jimmy Lefevre. Lefevre pinch hit for Trzeski in the 5th. He's 0 for 2. A ground out and a flyout. Perry to Lefevre. Does anyone have a fever for Pringles? A 5-2. How do you do? 5-2. Ground ball back to Perry. Knocks it down. Picks it up. Tosses to Minchner. 2 away. And here comes Don Drysdale. Drysdale is 1 for 2 with a walk. He has grounded to second, doubled and scored on the Maury Wills homer, and walked and scored when the Twins imploded last inning with their pitching. Drysdale would love to jack one out. He's up 3. He awaits the Perry offering. Pitch homeward bound to Don Drysdale, 1-5. 1-5, and Drysdale singles! Drysdale, 2 for 3. In the words of the late, great Phil Rizzuto, holy cow. So Drysdale keeps the inning alive for Maury Wills, who hit a 2-run homer to get the back in the bottom of the 6th to get the Dodgers to within 1. A great wind gust as he hit that off the Mudcat Grant card. There's no home runs on the Maury Wills card. The pitch to Maury Wills. Drysdale's at first. 1-8 to Maury Wills. 1-8. Line shot to the leaping first baseman Minchner. That saved extra bases. We go to the top of the 9th. Dodgers 3 outs away from a 6-3 victory. Drysdale looking to go the distance once again. If the Dodgers hold on to this 3-run lead, they'll go up 3-1 and look to close it out in Game 5. Remember, the Twins had a 3-0 lead. Mudcat Grant was cruising along until the bottom of the 6th when he gave up the 2-run homer to Maury Wills. He was then relieved in the bottom of the 7th by Al Worthington, who stunk, simple said. And Worthington's in line for the loss. So Drysdale has to get Valdespino, Oliva, and Killebrew, and the Dodgers have a 3-1 lead in games. Here's Sandy Valdespino. The left fielder's 0 for 3. A line out, a strikeout, and a ground out. Drysdale, grim determination on his face. He rocks and fires to Sandy V. Valdespino, 3-9. 3-9. Hard hit ball. Drysdale snares it. Throws to first, 1 away. Dodgers fans begin to stand and clap. They are 2 outs away from taking a 3-1 lead in our 1965 retro replay using Strat-O-Matic Card&Dice Basic. Here's Tony Oliva, who got the Twins off to a banging start with a 2-out solo blast in the first. He is 1 for 3. Since that, he's grounded out and popped out. Drysdale kicks and fires to Oliva. 1-9 to Tony O. 1-9. Ground ball to first. Parker waves off Drysdale. 2 away as Parker takes it to the bag unassisted. Dodgers 1 out away. And here comes Hammer and Harmon. Killebrew, the third baseman, is 0 for 3. Drysdale's only struck out 4. And Killebrew has been a victim. He's grounded out twice. And also K'd. Will Drysdale end the game in strikeout fashion and get Killebrew for the second time? The pitch to Hammer and Harmon. Killebrew. 1-6 to Killebrew. 1-6. 18. Line shot, base hit. 1 through 4 would have been a double. That's a gap shot, but it's cut off by the center fielder Davis. Good hustle there. They're playing no doubles defense. So Killebrew keeps hope alive. He's at first with a single. Dodgers have some milling in their bullpen now. Here comes Jimmy Hall, the center fielder. Twins trail by 3, 6-3. Hall, 1 for 3. He doubled and scored on the 2-run homer by Minchner in the top of the second. And at that point in time, Twins had a 3-0 lead. Oh, how the times are a-changing. After that, he popped out to second and struck out. Drysdale again looking to end it here. Killebrew not being held on. The pitch from Drysdale to Jimmy Hall. Will the game continue? 4-6. 4-6. Swing and a miss! And the ball game is over. Drysdale goes the distance. Strikes out Jimmy Hall for the final out. And the Dodgers win 6-3. A horrific bottom of the 7th for Twins pitching. Worthington will get the loss out of the bullpen. And once again, Don Drysdale goes the distance. The winner of Game 1 is the winner of Game 4. The Dodgers take a 3-1 lead. Though he only struck out 5 and he gave up 2 gopher balls, he was on the ropes, ready to be KO'd early in this game. But then he righted the ship, did not give up another run from the 3rd inning on, and struck out 5 from the 3rd inning on, including the final out of Jimmy Hall, a high fastball, a swing, and a miss. So the Dodgers now lead the series 3-1. Player of the game, Don Drysdale, with an honorable mention to Maury Wills. But Drysdale, not to mention he went 9 innings striking out 5. Actually, Don Drysdale, definitely player of the game. Honorable mention to Maury Wills. He went 2 for 3 at the plate. He grounded out, doubled and scored, walked and scored, and singled. So Don Drysdale, the second player of the game award. He might be MVP of this series, folks. That's what it's looking like now. Todd B. Dodgers, a walk-off win. Chagrin, chagrin. So thank you to Todd B., Amish Elvis, Tabletop Sports Delaware. Check out that wonderful channel with our good friend Chris. The Dog Show, all things entertainment and more. Please check him out. Dog, I tried to send you an email. It bounced back, and I didn't get your email. So, Tenacious Earl, Bobby Cantillano, just scrolling up, Larry Harris, Sebastian Stratz, sorry I missed you, my friend. Hope all is well. The original Grognard, thank you. And I believe that's everybody. And if I missed you, I apologize. But thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. And remember, enjoy the game. Support one another. It was fun. Wild. These games have been wild. Crazy endings. Crazy endings. That's all I can say. All right, till next time. God bless, health, and happiness. You know what's coming, folks. You know what's coming. Peace! Dodgers up 3-1, looking to close out the series in Game 5.